What's up, everybody? Brotrio here with a new top 10 list for you. Today we have top 10 Dragon Ball techniques. Now for this list, we excluded transformations and we've excluded flying because everyone can do that and it's not very flashy or cool looking, no matter how handy it is. And we've also excluded natural abilities like stretchy arms or regeneration. Kicking off our list, we have the instant transmission technique. And it's slow on the list for the same reason we took off flying. It's not very flashy, but it's insanely useful. Like, that's how they got Dende for new Dragon Balls. Goku's incorporated it into attacks, saved countless people with it. And he's the only one that does it in the main cast, so it makes it a unique Goku technique, which he only has the one.
Well, he didn't make it up,
I know, but it's unique as far as the cast is concerned.
That's true. You won't teach anyone it, even though it would benefit everyone to know instant transmission.
I would have asked for him to teach me that day one when he got back.
Yeah, he got back from yard rat. He had them sweet clothes on. I mean, first thing I would ask is, can you teach me instant transmission?
So, yeah, it's just a super useful technique and really makes for some really cool attacks and just... Basically, it's just the most useful technique on this list that I can think of.
Yeah, and I mean, you can never forget the Warp Kamehameha against Cell.
Oh, yeah.
So any attack that lets you instantly disappear and reappear in front of your enemy to blow his head, shoulders, and arms off is a good one in my book.
This one made the cut not because it's especially useful, but it is so unique and weird. The Super Ghost Kamikaze attack. Gotenks just makes this up somehow, and he spits out a ghost key version of himself that can do other attacks, has a mind of its own, and explodes if you touch it, or if anything touches it.
That's the major drawback.
Like, they high-five each other, and then they blow up, and...
Yeah, they're stupid, and they all have different voices. They all sound like idiots. But they all look like Gotenks, or whoever the user is, because Super Boo, after he absorbs Gotenks, he has little boos.
And Super Boo's Ghost Kamikaze is pretty intense.
Yeah.
Of all the weird Gotenks techniques, this is by far the weirdest and requires such an key mastery, I would imagine, to be able to vomit up little destructive sentient ghost beings of yourself. It just doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just outlandish.
Yeah.
But it's so cool. Yeah, it's such a unique attack. And this time, busting won't make you feel good.
This technique is one of the most iconic techniques, even though it's a little more than just a charged up normal ki attack. But Vegeta's signature attack, the Final Flash, is by far one of the coolest techniques in all of Dragon Ball. Mainly for his big show of it against Perfect Cell the first time. I mean, Vegeta is causing storms. He's just utterly challenging Cell's arrogance to sit there and take it while he just sits there and charges up this beam for what seemed like half an episode at least.
Yeah, and Trunks is off in the background freaking out, telling him to stop.
Yeah, and Trunks literally thinks he's going to destroy the whole planet with his power because they think Vegeta's an idiot and he's pointing at the Earth, so he's going to hit the Earth.
To be fair, Vegeta is an idiot.
Yeah, I mean,
especially in the Cell arc.
Yeah.
But Vegeta's not an idiot because he ends up he does curve it slightly so it shoots off into space and blows up some other planet. But the Final Flash is a monumental technique, and it perfectly suits Vegeta whenever he uses it.
Moving on to a technique that proved that Goku can do basic math, we have the Kaioken. Goku knows that if he says Kaioken times 4 and such, it amplifies his power 4 times over. It's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
When Super Saiyan came in, it just went away. It was done. Because Super Saiyan is not dangerous, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the downside, is you could easily accidentally kill yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's cool how they brought it back in Super, and it still kind of destroys his body. But it's like, it's just so cool looking, and like this, we've never seen a red aura on a character before.
Like the red aura just looks so cool.
Vegeta's, when it first showed up, Vegeta's just standing there all arrogant like normal, and then Goku just hits him with this mean right hook, well, surrounded with this red aura, and Vegeta didn't know what in the world to make of it, because Goku, let's be real, Goku was nowhere near as powerful as Vegeta.
No.
In his base. But with Kaioken, he was more powerful, or could at least keep up.
Yeah, at least in short bursts.
And then it just added another layer of awesome techniques that only Goku apparently can have, and led to the most classic and iconic beam struggle in Dragon Ball history.
Possibly the most geometrically confusing attack in Dragon Ball, Tien's Tri-Beam is so overpowered and awesome. I mean, it takes in Dragon Ball they say it takes a year off your life to use it. I'm sure he lost a lot of years against Cell.
I don't think that applies when you get powerful enough, because he would have died then and there, because he did like 80 of them.
But he did die. So
he didn't die.
He's already dead. He died against Nappa. So does that reset when he got wished back to life?
It might change that.
It probably just used up so much energy. But it's easily one of the coolest and most overpowered techniques.
Yeah. Tien was nowhere near Cell's anything. No. He couldn't have touched him, but with Tri-Beam,
you zoom in.
Yeah. Somehow. But with that Tri-Beam, he held him down for ever, and then 18 didn't capitalize on it and run.
Yeah. And Tien is the only person that can shoot a triangle and make it a square.
One of the coolest techniques with the worst track record of any technique as far as successful uses, the Spirit Bomb is an amazing technique in Dragon Ball. I mean, it just takes all the life energy from the plants and people and everything around you and morphs it into this ball or bomb of just energy, and you just throw it at them and it kerplodes them. And it's supposedly this happens against Vegeta and is never really mentioned since, but if you have a righteous heart, you can bounce it off yourself and it'll just attack a person with an evil heart or something. It's like the Nimbus Cloud attack, but the Spirit Bomb takes a long time to charge up, but is normally well worth it. Even if it doesn't successfully kill them, it definitely messes them up hard.
We've had some inventive techniques on this list so far, but in my opinion, the one with the best strategy behind it is easily the Hell Zone Grenade. Because I mean, it's only really been used once or twice, but no one expects it. They just think you're a terrible shot.
Yeah.
Because he was shooting the first time it showed up. Piccolo was shooting all these little lasers at 17, and 17 was having a blast and kind of missing his band a little bit, but still, he was having fun dodging all these beams, and all of a sudden he's surrounded, and he was like, "Oh crap! Good thing I have this cheating force field," and blocked them all. But it's still just that was really one of the best moments that Piccolo shook 17. When he saw what Piccolo had done, he was just like, "Oh God!"
Yeah, I mean, it shook us as viewers too. We didn't expect it. We thought it was just another beam barrage, and the Piccolo was just sucking. But no.
Yeah, it wasn't that Vegeta moment of desperation beam barrage. It was a strategic move on Piccolo's part, and it's a very powerful attack and very strategic and a really good trap. But above all, it just has such a cool name.
One of my all-time favorite attacks in Dragon Ball is the Destructo Disc. It's Krillin's signature move. A lot of other people copy it because it's awesome. I mean, you just make a disc of energy, and it's cuts through mountains or anything else that hits.
You can't go wrong with a laser death frisbee.
Yeah, it's just...
I mean, it's just a laser saw blade. Like,
The only flaw is it can be dodged.
Or just taken in the neck by Perfect Cell.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
it doesn't have that high of a success rate. It's like the Spirit Bomb. It doesn't work all that well, but it has a bunch more versatility than the Spirit Bomb.
Oh,
does.
yeah,
It looks way cooler.
like against second form Frieza, when he throws the big one and then explodes into a bunch of little ones. He's the first one to visibly hurt Frieza. The real shame is we never get to see it actually work on anybody that doesn't instantly regenerate like Boo. Because I can only imagine the mess that would be left if Nappa had tried to take that head on.
With all these giant energy beams and lasers and everything flying about, how do you make yourself stand out? You make a damn drill shoot out of your hand. The special beam cannon is just... It's my favorite technique in the whole series. I mean, it has a flaw where you have to charge it up a good while for it to be effective, but damn is it effective. One shot, Raditz and Goku, dead at the same time. It's so cool looking, and it has such a cool, like, brutal, like, tactic to it. The tactic is to drill through your opponent and kill them.
Yeah.
It's one of the few attacks in Dragon Ball solely meant to outright murder somebody.
Yeah, he invented it specifically to kill Goku.
Yeah.
And it's just got one of the coolest color schemes of, like, a beam attack.
Yeah.
Like, the purple with the gold is just really cool looking.
And unfortunately, it's seldomly used because of that weakness where you have to charge it for a while. But in recent episodes of Dragon Ball Super, Piccolo has incorporated it into multiple strategies, and it has worked wonders for the Namekian.
And now, for the most underrated technique in all of Dragon Ball, the Four Witches technique. I'm just joking. It's not that. That's a cool technique, but obviously, it's Kamehameha. The Kamehameha wave is the most versatile, useful, and easy to learn technique of all of Dragon Ball. I mean, it's the most destructive wave for the longest time. Most people that see it can learn it almost instantly. I mean, Goku learns it as a kid after watching Roshi destroy Fire Mountain. Tien learns it in the tournament. Majin Buu learns it when fighting Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I mean, it's just...
Even Yamcha can do it.
Yeah, I mean, come on. If Yamcha can do it, Pan can do it too. And, I mean, the bar is pretty low. That's the lowest of the bar can get. But, I mean...
Chansu's the lowest.
Kamehameha...
And he can't do it.
Yeah. Kamehameha is just, like, one of the most versatile techniques. It can be morphed to curve. It can be mixed with instant transmission. It can even be mixed with Kaioken and Dragon Ball GT to do the times 10 Kamehameha. And it's red and it's awesome looking. But the Kamehameha is just a staple of Dragon Ball Z. And every kid ever has tried to do it. And we still try to do it as adults. And that is why the Kamehameha is the best Dragon Ball technique. Hey, thanks for watching. Did you like the video? Why don't you hit that like and subscribe button? It really helps us grow the channel. And don't forget to ring that bell to join our notification squad. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I put the links in the description just to make it easier for you to get to. And we will catch you next time for the next video from the Bro Trio.